Welcome back to the Pink Butterfly. It's your girl, Lady Sylvia. So let's just get into it. As I promise you, this has been working my nerves all day. So I ran into a couple females this week, and both of them had kind of similar problems, if you will, and it has just been weighing on me so heavy. I just felt like I had to say something about it. So the one young lady was saying, expressing how she was waiting on her boyfriend to pop the question, waiting on him to ask her to marry him. And, she feels like she can't go on because she's waiting and she's waiting. And so, I just asked her, I said, well, at what point in time did you make being married a requirement for him? Her answer was she never had. I said, okay, what were the requirements going into the relationship? What was you guys' understanding? There was none. I just thought by now, 10 years later, we would be married. But you never made it a requirement. So if the teacher doesn't require that you do homework, why would you do homework? If the teacher doesn't require you take tests, why would any student voluntarily take a test? If I can be passed along from grade to grade, higher and higher, and get all the benefits, why should I volunteer to take the test? Come on now. You know, and I asked her, I said, well, why is it that he has the final say in the relationship? Why is it that you're waiting on him to ask you? Maybe you need to sit down and have a conversation with him. Let him know that over the years, I have changed my mindset. I've matured. I've grown. These are some things I realize I want, and marriage is a part of it. You know, you can't just sit in your whole life waiting for someone to pop the question, but at the same time, you can't just sit and let your life go on year after year after year, hoping that they ask you to marry them when you never said that marriage was a requirement in the first place. The second young lady, she was like, well, I've been dating this guy and I don't know if we're monogamous. I don't know if we're serious. And she was like, I just don't know, what are we? Should I ask him what we are? Are we dating? Are we serious? Girl, bye. Why you have to ask him? Relationships are not a one-way street. You are not totally in control of your relationship, and he is not totally in control of your relationship. Relationships are a two-way street. There is a point in time where we sit down and we have a mature conversation like the adults we say we are, and we decide what is best for us individually, what is best for us as a couple. God forbid you have kids, together, or kids, one of you are bringing kids into the relationship, what is best for the family unit as a whole. We discuss what are the requirements, what are the expectations. You can't just hand over your power. Why, ladies, do we hand over our power? I'm waiting for him to marry me. I'm waiting for him to decide if we are a serious monogamous couple or not. Why are you giving him all the power? Who gave him that power? You did. And now you're mad as hell because you don't have that power. You gave it to him, so don't be mad now. Now look, I'm not saying you can't get the power back, but once you give it away, it's hard as hell to retrieve it. It is what it is. We can't sit around and hold up our lives for years and months and days. Hell, I don't want to hold up my life for 10, 15 minutes waiting on you to decide anything for me. Because I'm going to tell you coming from the gate, these are my requirements. These are my expectations. And if you know for a fact that you're not ready for that, you're not here for that, then no hard feelings. Bye. But we have to stop giving away our power. We have to stop allowing men to say what it is that they're going to do with our life. That we got to stop allowing men to dictate our future. I'll be a monkey's uncle if I sit here and wait for you to decide how I'm going to live the rest of my life. The devil is a lie. She's not doing it. And let me tell you why it doesn't work. Because I did it. I wasn't always as bright and know as much as I know now. And as much as I do know, God knows I got a whole lot more learning to do. But I did it. I was young, dumb, and y'all know the rest. 2 kids, 5 years in an engagement ring. But guess what? I didn't have a wedding date. And I gave him 30 days, a year after I had the ring. And I said, you have until October the 31st at 10 p.m. to give me a wedding date. And if you don't, I'm out of here. I was not going to sit by another 5 years and wait for him to decide the rest of my life. And baby, 10 o'clock came. I asked him what was that date. Again, gave him power. He told me he did not know. Know why he didn't know? Because from the beginning, I never made it a requirement, and I never told him what the expectations were. And then I gave him the cow without buying, I gave him the milk without buying the cow. We had 2 kids together. So there was no requirement, no expectation, and he was getting all the good milk, baby, and had not bought that cow. So I left. And it was not easy, but I did it. With God's help, God's grace, His mercy, and His love, baby, I did it. And I am happier for it. So all I'm saying is don't give away your power. Let your expectations and your requirements be known up front, and do not lower them for nobody. You can do bad all by yourself. Why would you sit there and wait for somebody else to decide the rest of your life when you have control? That's my 2 cents. Spend it wisely. Peace.